Hello, you from the past.
Well, we hope you had a great Christmas because now it's Boxing Day. So happy Boxing Day to you guys.
It isn't for us, but it is for you.
Right now. So, welcome back to Real Thrills. I'm Ed, he's Jordan, and of course today we're back with
another speculation video
of what could be.
But before the topic begins, everybody, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Right, so today we're talking about what could be coming to Lost Continent, the area that's now been destroyed or being demolished.
Yeah, it's been scheduled to be demolished as we're talking. It's probably already begun.
Yes.
By the time you're watching this video.
So, here's our speculation on what could be coming to this area.
And obviously, unlike the Disney video, there are no rumours for this. So this is completely speculation and our own opinion.
So we'll see how well this ages.
Yeah, and it's probably going to age absolutely dreadfully, but we're here for that.
We reckon it's going to be Legend of Zelda.
Yeah,
one of the big ones.
I think one of the big speculations for me, I think, is definitely Legend of Zelda, because then they wouldn't have to do much.
No, well, a few things, but
they'd have to do a few things, yes, but
obviously like a ride and stuff.
Yeah,
I think,
and I think personally, I think that's quite a smart decision, considering that, you know,
Nintendo World.
Like Nintendo World is in Epic Universe.
And how well is that doing? Really well.
Yeah, it's doing really well, and it would expand the presence to their other parks, kind of like what they did with Harry Potter to Epic.
Exactly.
Right, so it would make more sense if, you know, they replaced Lost Continent with Zelda and Simpsons with Pokemon.
Because that's for real.
You know, because obviously the Simpsons license is running out as well. This place is being demolished. So I think personally,
taking the future and Nintendo.
I think taking Nintendo and bringing them across the other parks is a surefire win for the Universal.
I mean, Legend of Zelda would be is a no-brainer for Mythos.
Yeah,
where that is as well.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if they'll keep Mythos or retheme it or.
No, they'll retheme it.
Probably round to Legend of Zelda then. I could see that happening.
They probably retheme it to the tree in Ocarina.
Yes, they could do that. They'll definitely have some Breath of the Wild stuff in there. You'll probably get to meet Zelda and Link, and
they'll have all of the power up band shit as well.
Oh yes.
I mean, I think another possibility of something that could come, because it's obviously got to be something that screams adventure.
Oh yes.
Right, and obviously Universal are coming over to the UK.
Yeah.
At the moment, so another big possibility for this, they could bring Lord of the Rings. You know, they could easily make like a roller coaster or a dark ride out of Lord of the Rings.
I mean, they'll have to get rid of that massive water ride they had.
Oh yeah, when Poseidon's Fury. Yeah, I feel like the station
it would work so well.
I feel like the station and the show building for it, they'll keep, but the outside of the building they'll change
to whatever they choose to be.
Yeah. Like, I think just looking at that land now, I think Zelda is more of a likely thing in my head, considering that with Zelda they wouldn't actually have to do very much to transition it over.
No, they wouldn't.
No, because they just have to turn, you know, the market area into like a market area from Zelda, right? Yeah. They'd also change the Mythos reference to the giant tree thing, or they could bring the giant tree and like have that as the ride entrance.
Ganondorf's got to be on the ride.
Yeah, Ganondorf's got to be there. You know,
you'll obviously get to meet Link and Zelda. That would make sense. I thought it just makes the most sense to us.
I would say personally, I think to add another one to the fire, I feel like both of those franchises will. I feel like both of those franchises are definitely like.
Xenoblade Fantasy would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like obviously they're not going to choose something as rare as Dark Crystal or like another fantasy thing that they own.
No.
They're going to go for something that's going to get them people.
And Lord of the Rings would.
And Lord of the Rings and I think Zelda would get like a huge percentage of the fan base.
So many.
So, you know, and so I think those two are very likely. Now, I think we'll go into the second section of the video, which is just throw some random stuff at the wall. Like, come on, like even if it's original, because remember Lost Continent was original.
Okay, another thing related to Greek mythology then. It could be that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
maybe that's just a little bit dated by now, and they need to fixed that, and that's probably why they're changing it.
Maybe Dune. I don't know.
Yeah, Dune would be an interesting one.
Obviously, that wouldn't work, but it could
You know,
be Dune.
Yeah, that wouldn't work, but you know, I mean, another land that could potentially work would be Wicked if they don't bring it to Epic.
Which I don't know what's going on with that now. So
You know, like they did say that they're thinking about bringing Wicked to the theme parks, and I think personally it would work better in Islands than it would in Epic.
obviously it would take a lot if they're gonna have to get rid of the Lost Continent to change everything to green and pinky stuff. But
Yeah, but you know, it'd be quite interesting.
they could build the yellow brick road. I suppose you could walk.
Yeah,
along
like
that
the
and-
yellow brick road would just be the path going through it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know, like it would be pretty cool. Like I think those are the three big heavy hitters for us. I think it's gonna.
I mean, FNAF, I could throw that in there. Just
Yeah.
works as the Universal property.
Yeah, it's a Blumhouse property, but would it work in Islands of Adventure?
Absolutely not. But
No.
with the popularity,
I'd
of
say
it-
FNAF, if they wanted to do a dark ride on FNAF, I'd say it would work better in studios.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not that
Yeah.
they'll ever do that, but
Like, even if like they don't bring Back to the Future to where Fast and Furious Supercharged is, and they turn that into FNAF instead.
that could work.
Like that could work considering where Fast and Furious is and the layout that that's on. But that's another video for another time.
But a fantasy, I feel like it's got to be something fantasy related.
Yeah, I feel like we've hit it on the head being Wicked, Lord of the Rings, or Zelda,
Yeah.
because Zelda would increase the Nintendo brand.
Wicked, well, that's super popular.
Yeah, Wicked is super popular,
And so is
especially
Lord of the
with,
Rings.
especially with the shop, and plus Oz is like an island itself,
So that would make more sense.
so
then.
it would make sense. Plus, you can easily have a roller coaster in there. You could easily tear up some things and like move them about. You can even
build
make
the castle as well.
you can make the Emerald. Yeah, you can make the Emerald City.
I mean, that could be a whole ride in itself, the Emerald City. Or it
Yeah, you could have
or the main town bit could become the Emerald City.
yeah, literally, and they could call it Emerald City, the World of Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, or for what would you say that they would call it if it was Lord of the Rings?
They'd have to do the Friar, wouldn't they?
Would it just
The
be called
Shire.
the
Yeah.
Shire, the Lord of the Rings, the World of the Lord of the Rings, or something like that?
Yeah, they definitely.
Or the
have to
Lord of
build
the Rings, the Shire.
Yeah.
And then, even though I think Rivendell would be cooler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the Shire is more popular, isn't it? And
Yeah, and if it were Zelda, it would just be called Hyrule. I think all three of them are strong. Let us know what you think down in the comments.
I don't know if there's been any rumours yet, but I doubt.
Nope, but there hasn't been at this point from our perspective, but
Maybe
from your
on
perspective,
who knows?
yep, who knows. But with all that being said,
I've been Ed. He's been Jordan.
you've been you,
And that's
and those are our thoughts and predictions.